This is DW News live from Berlin. Voting has now finished in France's presidential election. The first results are expected shortly in what has been a very close race. Voters have been choosing from 11 candidates, with 2 qualifying for the next runoff. Far-right leader Marine Le Pen and independent centrist Emmanuel Macron are seen as the frontrunners, with the electorate turning away from the 2 main parties. High unemployment and dissatisfaction with politics as usual, giving those 2 candidates a boost. But with the main Conservative candidate François Fillon and the leftist Jean-Luc Mélenchon also in the running, it's been impossible to predict which 2 candidates will go forward to May's final election. Now voters have spoken and we have some numbers. I'm Helena Humphrey. Thanks for joining me. France's national broadcaster France 2 has released early projections in the election. Let's take a look at those numbers now. Well, they show Emmanuel Macron, the independent centrist, with 24% of the vote. Marine Le Pen of the anti-immigrant Front National has 21%. Now, that is tied with the Conservative candidate, former Prime Minister François Fillon. He also has 21%. And the leftist, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, is in 4th place with 19% of the vote. Now, do bear in mind that these are early projections and could change as more votes are counted. Too young, too extreme, too corrupt or too risky? That's the choice many French voters feel they have in tomorrow's first round of the presidential election. 4 contenders have a realistic chance of winning. Well, the centrist candidate, Emmanuel Macron, he's youthful and dynamic. At 39 years old, he'd be the youngest man to govern France since Napoleon. But critics say he is inexperienced. Well, his main rival is Marine Le Pen, leader of the far-right Front National, riding a wave of public anger against the establishment. And Le Pen says she's not adverse to pulling France out of the European Union. But for many voters, she represents a leap into the dark. Now, once a favourite, Conservative François Fillon, well, he's been struggling since allegations surfaced that his wife and children were paid for fake jobs. He says his priority would be to fight Islamic extremism. And the radical leftist Jean-Luc Mélenchon, now he has also been benefiting from dissatisfaction with the government. He says he would tax the rich and renegotiate France's role with the European Union. Now, add fears of terrorism into the mix. The killing of a policeman on Paris's Champs-Élysées on Thursday has overshadowed the race's final days. People have been paying their respects to the victim at the spot where he was killed. Police shot dead the gunman, a 39-year-old French citizen. A note praising so-called Islamic State was found at the scene.